Thank you for joining us. If we could have Coach Nickelberry start with a statement, and then we'll take questions for the student athletes, please.
First of all, I'd like to obviously thank these players and for dealing with a tough week and coming out and fighting the entire game. We had, all I asked them was give us a chance to get a win, and we were in the game until the end. So I know, to the normal person, I said all week it's just basketball, but the distractions were a lot, and these guys still fought through those distractions, went out and gave LSU a chance to win tonight. Darius had a great career here, so I know this is going to be turning the page for him. So I like to, like I told him in the locker room, I thank all those guys. I love them, and now we got to turn the page. Iowa State, we talked about their Jimmys and Joes, and there are two guys that had a great game. They had 20. They had a lot. They had a lot of. Hunter had a big second half, had some big shots down the stretch, and that's what good players do. They did a good job of putting them in a position to win. Like I said, it's a two-possession game. We had a chance to win, and unfortunately, the ball didn't bounce our way tonight.
Thank you, Coach. Questions for the student athletes, please.
Darius, how frustrating was tonight with the turnovers and just not being able to hit shots?
Very frustrating. It happens. Not really. It was kind of a trend for the whole season, but we kind of played through it. Like Coach said, it was a two-possession game. The ball didn't just bounce our way. We fought hard. The guys really fought hard. There's not really too much to say other than that.
Billy Witz with the New York Times. Darius, you talked yesterday about just kind of what the week has been. I guess now that it's over, can you kind of, just describe sort of what this last 7-8 days has been like?
Very hectic, for sure. Losing the coach, the guys, some of the guys not being here before, even we having Coach Nick coming our head coach, it's just a lot of things that happened this week. And we just fought through it, and we stuck together with each other. And, like Coach said, the ball didn't just bounce our way today, but, time will tell. Everybody's had a great career at LSU. It was very fun, playing with these guys throughout the time I was here my senior year, and I wouldn't play with nobody else but them.
Darius, what was going through your mind as you were guarding Tyrese on those two big threes? Did you think he would pull up?
Not at all. I just didn't want him to go around me. My guys had my help. It was pretty deep. They was about at the logo, probably past the logo, half court almost. He hit big shots, and it is what it is at this point. Like Coach said, big players make big plays, and down the stretch he made big plays. So he put his team in a position to win, and they put the ball in his hand, and he came through for him.
Darius, you had to play catch up the entire game. Only one lead at that point, 10 turnovers first half. Just talk about how tough that first half was. You couldn't set the tempo, anything like that.
We couldn't really get going. We was just being stagnant. Some of the guys, wasn't moving the ball. Some of the bigs wasn't, doing as the guard said. It was just a lot of things going on that first half, but, it kind of opened up the second half when we started scoring the ball, getting in transition, getting steals. And, just like you said, we was playing catch-up. And, it was just too much in the end when they hit big shots in the end.
Xavier, Jay Cohn with the Associated Press. How much did you feel like your guys' struggle on offense had to do with what you guys were doing, and how much of it did you feel like was on their defense?
Can you ask that again?
How much did you feel like your guys' struggles on offense had to do with the way you were playing, and how much did you feel like it had to do with just how good defense they play?
They play really good defense, but me personally, I feel like I've been terrible since the return. So, I wouldn't say their defense is just me being able to do what I used to do before I got hurt. There's no excuses. You got to come with it or you go home. in this fact, but I mean, I just think that was all on me.
Tyree, Sheldon Nichols, Baton Rouge Advocate. How frustrating was it in the second half? Y'all kind of got it going. You tied the score. They got back up by 10. You came back. And how frustrating was it to not get over the hump? I think after you tied it, you only cut it to one time.
It hurts. It's frustrating, but just got to turn the page, honestly. Ball didn't bounce our way. A couple open shots, we didn't knock down. A couple open shots they knocked down. Basketball's a game of runs, and when they got hot, they stayed hot.
Tari, you guys were talking yesterday just about the LSU versus everybody mentality. I'm wondering, what sort of support did you get within the athletic department? I mean, besides the basketball program, I mean, did Scott Woodward talk to you? Was there any of that went on this week?
Yeah, we had a talk. They basically just said, obviously their support is 100% with us, and they're backing us, and they're rooting for us, where we go in March. And yeah, that was basically it. They just said that we have their utmost, support, and just go out there and win.
Last one for the student athletes.
Say it again. For sure. To know that the university cares about you and has your back is really important, and I think that it was something that we like to see.
They were very supportive. I mean, somebody from the administration called me at least once or twice a day, every day. Find out, just asking simple questions. Was I okay? Was the team okay? Is there anything I can do to help? So I thought they went above and beyond. I mean, to make sure these guys were comfortable in the toughest situation we could be in. I mean, so again, I thank LSU and to give these kids an opportunity to go out and have a chance tonight. Put it all behind it. It's tough, but again, like I said earlier today, us against the world, it's been our motto all year, but this week it was us for LSU. And that's what those guys, I'm proud of them. I told them after the game, I prayed with them, because it's going to be some tough, tough sledding for these guys. We prayed as a team. I told them I love them, and this is life. That's what happens when you become an adult. You have to deal with adversity, and these guys are going to be fine. They're resilient. They're going to be fine. I know they appreciate, and I appreciate the support from the president, administration, and everybody. So,
Tari, have you thought about your future at all?
No, I'm really in the moment, to be honest. I haven't really even, at least right now, I'm very just, yeah, my mind's kind of on the game and this team, and yeah, I have no idea what the future holds, but I just know that, I love this team, and I really love LSU and everything that it's done for me.
Let's excuse the student athletes at this time. Thank you.
Thank you.
And more questions for Coach, please.
Coach, first half, 10 turnovers, 19 points. Why was it so hard to get going?
I think, it's easy to say that they're on emotions, but, we came out and we had some early turnovers. We had some foul trouble early. I think Efton got 2 and Tari got 2 early. So, I just think our emotions got the best of it. We tried to do a little bit too much, and we turned the ball over. And once we settled down, we were fine. I mean, coaching staff did a great job of calling timeouts, keeping it within a distance for us to try to, catch them in the second half. We were able to tie it up in the second half and cut the turnovers down. But, when you have 19 turnovers and go 4 for 19 from 3, it's tough. When they go, when Tyrese Hunter makes 7 of 11, that's tough. And he hit some big ones down the stretch, so it's tough.
Kevin, you've been pretty good at three-point defense all year. What allowed Hunter to get so wide open? I don't think you've given up 7 to anybody all year.
They, hats off to TJ. They do a great job of moving the basketball and creating situations for us to close out, and Jimmy's and Joe's. I mean, the three he made down the stretch were tough. He made, they were deep, and if you asked me before the game if that's the shot we won down the stretch, I'm making a contested shot over a 6'8" kid, I would have said we'll take that. But he made them. Hats off to him. He made some tough shots. We had some open threes ourselves, and unfortunately, they didn't go down. I mean, we had some open shots ourselves, and basketball's like that. Sometimes they go in, and sometimes they don't. And tonight, for them, they went in.
We'll take 2 more. They're right here.
Kevin, on the technical in the second half for having too many players on the court, what exactly happened on that? And is that just kind of the thing that happens when you're scrambling as a coaching staff in preparation, that sort of thing?
I don't know what happened, to be honest with you. I went over to the table and asked him why he gave a tech. He said we had too many people on the floor. So I think probably Tari, we subbed somebody in, and the wrong person came out, and he tried to get back onto the floor. So it's happened before. I've coached for 30 years. It's not the first time I've seen someone get a tech for somebody on the floor. So it's unfortunate. It happens, but we had to do some new rotations tonight with the foul trouble issues we had. Unfortunately, we got in foul trouble again early in the game. So something that's haunted us all year. So
Last one.
Kevin, what did you tell the team after the game? And I guess, did you say anything about how much of that was what's gone on in the last week?
I just told them I appreciated them. I told them I appreciated them and I loved them. I told the coaches and the support staff and everybody for supporting me and then supporting these young men. And I told them, the life's still in front of them. There's a lot of basketball left a lot of basketball left for a lot of these guys, and I'll do anything in the world I can to help them. And we hugged up as a team and we prayed, and we said LSU maybe for the last time for some of us. We said LSU, and I always cherish an opportunity to coach at LSU.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Go ahead. Yep.
Hey, Kevin, I know you talked about the support you guys got this week, but what do you anticipate happening, say, starting tomorrow when you get back?
Haven't even thought about it. I mean, make sure these guys are straight and safe in the hotel tonight. We get on that plane tomorrow and we get back to Baton Rouge, and life has a way of working itself out. And I totally believe that, whatever's best for these young men and our staff, it's going to happen. I mean, I haven't thought about it. I put everything I can into this game tonight. So, the adrenaline's still flowing a little bit right now. So that's something we have to deal with tomorrow. I'm sure we'll sit down with the administration sometime over the next couple of days.
All right. Appreciate it, Coach. Thank you.